Ontario Jail Guards, part of the Ontario Public Service Employees Union, OPSEU, organized a strike to tackle their concerns and uphold their rights. Lowly staffed jails and overcrowded cells as a result of excessive inmates have significantly increased the workload for Ontario Jail Guards, who believe they are underpaid and undervalued as employees. Cells constructed to hold one inmate at a time have now transformed into a 3-person cubicle, which seems to have become the norm. There are 6,000 jail guards, out of which Ontario Public Service managers could replace only 1,500. If a strike were to break out, there are approximately 8,000 individuals in custody, with another 56,000 on probation or parole, clearly highlighting the overcrowding issue. This shortage of staff will leave the prison in a state of havoc, uncertainty, and threat to the safety of the well-being of the inmates, staff, and the society at large. The last time Ontario's jail guard were on strike was in 2002 during a 54-day strike by civil servants. Disturbances broke out across all the province's jails, ranging from the outright riots to inmates breaking windows and setting fires. Who's to say this time will be any different? Hence, the government is constructing contingency plans due to the anticipation of a strike, spending $8.5 million renovating spaces in the jails and conducting training for the potential replacement staff. However, this money spent on corrective action wasn't nearly enough. The OPSEU correctional workers' main aim was their desire to be noticed, recognized, and presented with a status at par with police officers and firefighters. They longed to be categorized as essential workers. Jennifer French, the NDP's correction critic, says the Premier and the Minister are playing chicken with community safety. Whether this premise is credible depends on the analysis of various factors. 1, working conditions. 2, wages. 3, the overcrowding issue. And 4, conflict resolution.
The following reenactment illustrates a mediation process between union workers, prison guards, and the Canadian government. The reenactment will illustrate the pros and cons of being in a union. Good morning, my name is Arjun. I'll be your mediator today. I'm a qualified mediator certified by the law for the City of Toronto and have been participating in alternative dispute resolution since 2008. You are to be commended for agreeing to participate in mediation, which is a proven and successful process. Since you are here by agreement, I know that you are committed to making the system work for you and attempting to reach the best resolution for your dispute. Everything you say today will be confidential, and whatever is said in this room will stay in this room. My knowledge of the parties and their positions is limited to what you have presented to me. I have no preconceived notion or either party and will ensure that my thought process in questioning is as fair as possible. I want to explain the mediation process. I am not a judge or a decision maker. My job is to facilitate communication and to help each of you think and communicate more clearly, while the hopes you'll be able to reach a proper settlement.
Hello, my name is Clement, and I am the union rep for Correctional Officers of Ontario.
Hello, my name is Nick, and I'm also representing the OPSEU.
Hello, my name is Elisa, and I'm the representative for the Ontario government.
So Clement and Nick, what is your opening statement and what are your current requests?
We feel as though our employers are working harder and are not being paid accordingly. Jails continue to fill up with inmates. However, there seem less and less patrolling guards. We feel as though the requests that will be given are a fair representation of what the majority of employees want.
So what we want is that we want 14 more vacation and sick days, wages to increase 3% over 4 years, additional work hires just because we don't have enough employees at all, and obviously health benefits and insurance coverage, up to 15% increase, please. Those are our requests.
Thank you, gentlemen. How would you like to respond?
These requests given are completely unreasonable. We can barely sustain our prison system as it is. We believe the current pay and benefits for the employees are more than reasonable. At this time, we can't accept the request made by you gentlemen.
So, gentlemen, do you have anything more to add?
Seeing as the Ontario government has not agreed or even tried to negotiate a plea deal, we have no choice but to strike until our demands are met or a plea deal has been reached.
As we said earlier, there's no possible way to get the full request made by you gentlemen. It will take an extortionate amount of money that we simply do not have. If the union members decided to strike, we would have no choice but to hire non-union workers to take their places.
Well, I guess at this point we really don't have anything else to say, right? Until a proper deal has been reached between us and the Ontario government.
Seeing as how a decision has not been made, we will end this mediation process until a further date when both parties have agreed to meet again. Thank you for your time. The following video takes place 1 week after the mediation process. Understaffed prisons are a dangerous place for guards. As shown in this video of an Ontario jail, 2 guards were severely attacked and had no way of reprimanding the inmates due to not having backup. Welcome back, everyone. As you know, we are here together to discuss and negotiate a bargaining agreement between the Ontario government and the OPSEU. The parties already know the rules and regulations of the mediation process, so I'll now explain them again. Can the parties please introduce themselves?
Hi, my name is Elisa, and I'm a representative of the Ontario government.
Hello, my name is Nick, and I represent the Ontario Public Service Employees Union.
Hello, my name is Clement, and I also represent the OPSEU.
As a result of the very unfortunate events that transpired last week, the 2 parties decided to meet again to discuss further plans and negotiate a deal which will return employees back to their respective positions. Union representatives, do you have an updated list of your benefits?
Yes, our list has been updated. Initially, it asked for 14 vacation days, but we have since changed that to 10. The wage increase of 3% over 4 years is fair, and we stand by this. We would still like for the government to hire and train more employees to cover sick days and vacation days of other employees. We would like increases in allowances 12% for our health and insurance coverage.
We would also like to come back to work as soon as possible, seeing that there are events that could occur in the last week that should illustrate to the government how crucial and how effective our services are.
We would also like to see our full-time employees return to work, but we must find a middle ground regarding the request benefits. Our budget simply cannot accommodate the costs associated with that has been requested. We have our own list of what can be offered. Instead of 10 days, we can offer 7. We agree with the wage increase of 3%. There is no budget to hire more staff to cover vacationing time. However, we can use the non-unionized contract employees to cover occasional sick and vacation days. We can give an increase of 8% for our health insurance coverages as well.
So gentlemen, how would you like to respond to the updated deal?
You sure? You sure?
Yeah.
Alright. We agree.
Excellent. Okay, as of now, both parties have agreed to a deal. I'd like for both parties to sign the negotiation document. Again, I would like to thank both parties, congratulate them for coming to equal terms, and thank you for your patience during this mediation process.
You should do it.
Although this video depicted mostly the good aspects of a union, example, collective bargaining, job security, and access to better wage and benefits, there are also cons of being in a union that couldn't be depicted in the video. Examples of this can be: number 1, unionized employees have to pay union fees, which are taken from every pay stub. Number 2, unions are based on seniority rather than experience. This means that employees that have worked longer are favored more than newer employees, regardless of the respective knowledge and skill level. Number 3, in this video we briefly depicted the general mistrust between the employer, Canadian government, and the unionized employees. This is common in most unionized workplaces. And number 4, in most unionized workplaces there is no individual voice, rather you are grouped with your union. Overall, we feel as though even though the unions have their downfalls, they do not outweigh the positives, and therefore we believe that unions are good for the workplace.
OPSEU.
As a result of the very unfortunate events that occurred at the Toronto South